Three problems that Starlink has faced in these past few days. The first problem is Starlink is sold out in Harare and the surrounding areas, that is including your Chitungwiza, Dombosha, Roa, and all these surrounding areas up to Norton. Now, that means that if you want to purchase Starlink on their site, you won't be able to because the area is sold out. And that takes us to problem number two. Problem number two is that Starlink's price has actually gone up from 350, which 330, the setup fee, to 383. That's about an increase of about $50 in a space of a month since Starlink has been launched. Now, this is not good news to the people. It means Starlink might actually gone up now that they also might be enjoying the monopoly more than the local competitors. Then the third thing that is the fact that if you had your Starlink from Zambia, Mozambique, and Malawi that was on roaming, you are now facing the chop. A lot of people that had those Starlink kits are now having to register them in Zimbabwe. And in the interim, you are disconnected until you have transferred your kit to Zimbabwe. But in that same vein, you can actually go to Tel 1. They'll be able to assist you in that regard for you to get yourself registered in Zimbabwe. So that is not a big train smash. But above all, there are two things that Starlink has exposed in the market of internet in Zimbabwe. What it has exposed, firstly, is the fact that, have you seen that the arrogance that the internet service providers like your Econet and Net1, who are the big players in the internet or in the mobile internet, they were so arrogant and they were telling us lame reasons about why they cannot lower their prices. And to think of it that if they had lowered their prices probably to get an unlimited data maybe for $60 or $70, do you think that the competitor of Starlink would have come here and swept away their customers? Definitely not. And you'd imagine it only took Starlink to arrive for Econet to offer us unlimited data for about $45, which is still a steep price comparing it to Starlink and their speeds. Very, very, very shocking. But it also gives us another pandemic that we have in Zimbabwe of service providers in Zimbabwe. They have this arrogance of monopoly that when they know that they are the only preferred or our owner choice, you have to come back to them. They will exploit that and they will look like they own the world. But the competition is here and that is good news. Then the last thing that it has actually exposed, which I am dreading, is the perennial disease that Zimbabweans normally have, of whereby when a service like this comes, people buy it in large numbers and then resell to other people. While it is illegal for you to resell Starlink kits in Zimbabwe without being authorized by Potras, you know what happens behind the scenes. You remember the days of when Econet used to release lines and sell them, and people would buy those lines and then resell them at a very huge price of around $200 per each SIM card. We are still seeing this happening in this day, whereby people are buying their Tel 1 SIM cards probably at $2 and then resell them at $100 something because they know that they are the only ones who've got them. So I wonder what is going to happen now that Starlink is sold out in Harare. Are we going to see the rise of people that are selling Starlink kits on the streets without having authorized by Potras? I would love to hear that, and I hope the government is going to tackle that, because we don't want to be having a problem of exorbitant data prices and then a competitor comes in and solves our problem only for the other market to take advantage of the scarcity of the service in order to rip off Zimbabweans who are very much starved of the data, because the data is too steep for the ordinary person in the street. What is your thoughts on this whole scenario and this whole situation of Starlink? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next video.